Hi guys, welcome back to FRCA Podcast Corner 101. I'm Sasha, today's host. I'm going to point out I have Tourette's, so if I start ticking a lot, I'm very sorry. But today we have
Courtney,
Jordan,
and Ethan.
Today's podcast is about food. So where would you guys, what's your guys' most favourite restaurant or takeaway? I think my favourite place is Wings, because it's whenever it's someone's birthday, you get they always come out and sing to you and things like that, and I always go when it's my brother and sister's birthday, and I have to go tell somebody, even if they don't want to, just to annoy them, and it's so funny.
my auntie absolutely despises any attention on her at all. So we got her a cake and because they play it on the speakers, to get everyone to come out and start singing happy birthday. She was ready to murder us. It was great.
That's like my sister. My brother don't care, but my sister, if she gets any attention on her birthday, she absolutely despises it.
Well, speaking about Wings, it is quite a good place to go because it's quite controversial in the food side. It's got
different cultures.
Yeah, because it's got multiple different cultures and stuff.
I go there and I eat chicken nuggets and chips.
I just go and get ice cream and chips.
I go there, I get chicken nuggets and I get a bunch of puddings.
Is it just me who will end up just getting a plate full of chips and a bowl of ice cream and just dipping it into it?
I've never done that, but I do respect that because chips and ice cream is
Chips and ice cream
gorgeous.
is the best.
Chips and frosting, if you've got a cupcake, chips
That
and
sounds
frosting.
nice. Another weird thing, melted ice cream on a meat feast takeaway pizza is quite nice.
I
tried it once. And the pizza also had...
Oh no, some of my friends dip Haribos in curry pot noodles.
That sounds fun.
Jordan, he looks absolutely disgusted right now.
I'm not disgusted, I'm just wondering how come I'm being sandwiched between conversations.
This is probably just the weirdest thing. Anyone tried crepe and cheese?
I don't together? It's not weird. People have cheese balls and
cheese.
stuff.
I hate cheese.
Cheese spread on grapes.
No, not cheese spread.
Cheese.
No.
I'll just have the cheese. I don't care about the grapes.
It's actually one of the nicest ways.
To go off the gross food combinations. If you go back to your question.
Yeah, let's do that.
Pot food is the best. Whistling Goose or a Wetherspoons. I love them mostly because I just go there and eat chips. Basically, what I'm going to say is I go everywhere and I just eat chips.
With extra chip spice.
With extra chip spice.
Wetherspoons halloumi fries are the best.
I wouldn't eat them. There's more than chip spice on them. I don't like anything. And the worst person to do this podcast with, because it's what do you get from this place? Probably chicken and chips. That's
extra chip
my
spice.
Palate. With extra chip spice, because chip spice makes everything better.
Chip spice is good.
So yeah, I just really like Wetherspoons and that because it's so fun. And also that's the only time we get puddings when we're out, is when we're at a pub.
Wait, do you put chip spice on your pudding?
No.
Oh, that's what
only
I
on
was going to say.
chips.
My mum used to eat chip spice sandwiches. Sorry, another weird food
They are
combination.
nice. They are nice.
I go to many places, but a place I do like to go is, I don't know the actual name of the thing, but it's run by, I think, it's called 2-in-1, but I don't know the actual name for it, and it's an olden day type of building, where it's got this hair looking thing for a roof.
I think I know what you're on about.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's run by I was going to say Martians, but they're not Martians. I don't know what they're called. But I love going there with my family on special occasions and birthdays, because I always go for the same thing. It's called the chicken stack, and it's got chicken with bacon, cheese and barbecue sauce on top. And
all of them things, no.
Just
Except
chips.
from the chicken. I'll have the chicken, nothing else on it. Just the chicken.
Apart from chips and chip spice.
And the chips and chip spice, yeah. There's some
that's
waiting
really
for me
nice.
when we're done.
And then afterwards we
forget
normally
the
get
extra
an ice
chip
cream or
spice.
something.
Ice cream after a nice meal is quite nice.
Yeah.
I always have to get my pudding to go. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I realised I completely lied to you all. Pub food is not the best. Carveries.
Yes.
Carveries are really
Yes.
good.
I can agree with that.
I just had flashbacks because I was like, oh yeah, I always take my pudding home. When do I take my pudding home? When we go to a carvery and I've eaten too many roast potatoes.
Another thing I do is go to wings as well.
My school, it's a weekly thing. We have a massive carvery and every student gets the same amount of stuff and it's like the best thing.
Ooh.
And like you don't have to eat it all if you don't want to, but you can. And it's like the best thing, so they have proper beef rounds, turkey rounds and everything.
Why wouldn't you eat a full carvery there?
Because when I go get a carvery, here's Courtney striking again with not eating anything. I go, especially like if you're talking about like Lamworth, I get turkey, I get 2 Yorkshire puddings, I get peas if they're there, and roast potatoes. That's it. That
combination could work.
It's a great meal, but it nearly kills me. So when everyone else is getting pudding, I always have to get it to go because I can't eat that much in one sitting.
I was gonna say, do you know the thing you heard about your school? In our school, we only got pizza that tastes like cardboard.
Oh, I love school dinners, especially the hot. Like I love the meal, the roast dinner.
I prefer the salad bar.
Wow.
I would never actually go near the salad bar, as you can tell. Speaking of which, my favourite place to go is probably a decent takeaway.
Go from a salad to a takeaway.
Do you know what I get from takeaway? Chips.
Well, usually I mainly get a burger and chips. If not, an entire 12-inch pizza to myself.
Yeah, my takeaway guy. Well, I worked for him for a single day. Didn't carry on working for him because it was just a test today. But then we started going to that takeaway, and my dad always orders online and picks it up because it's so much easier than getting delivery. But I
think delivery is easier. You get to sit in your house and watch YouTube.
But you have to pay for delivery, so.
Yes.
But yeah, we'd go, and he always, if there's anything anyone's left anything and hasn't picked it up or something, he'll always give it to us specifically, and it gives us free drinks and stuff. It's very fun.
Oh, seriously around the corner from me, there's a Chinese takeaway, and any time you would go to it, because it's around the corner from us, we used to get it delivered, and they thought it was just stupid. So they used to run down, and then when the time got to mine, they would be out of breath, so they would walk really slowly back, and then we would end up going out somewhere else to then go and eat the takeaway, because it was cheaper just to get it delivered to our house and then drive out somewhere and go eat it.
That's actually
they would be so looking at it, just so disappointed. And then when we started going actually into the shop to pick it up, because it was just cheaper and easier, they just thought it was so funny, and they used to give us free drinks and things like that, because they went, at least we have one extra drive now, you don't have to order, because it's just seriously on the corner, so they just run down the road.
Sorry,
do you remember when you used to be able to walk into Chicken George and there'd be 2 boxes of chips next to Chip's place?
Yeah, literally the people
they do that with me as well.
Yeah, they literally knew my order. I'd walk in, put my money on the desk, the counter. They'd go in the back and just get it, give me it, and I'd walk out because he already knew what my order was. So I used to order it each week.
Do you know one of my favourite things? It's that, but do you know when you go to a chippy and then you walk in, and because you always order the same thing over and over? Well, I used to get fish a lot. So every time I walk in, he looks and go, "You want fish?" And then when I say, "No, I wanted a jumbo sausage," he looked at me and why?
Just as an insight as someone who used to work in a cafe, we don't know your names, but we know your orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just someone comes in and it's oh, it's bus stop Buster with a Coke, please. Alright, yeah, thanks. So that we knew people by their orders and not by what they were actually called.
Yeah, that's similar with me, but I actually do know someone in my local takeaway, and we got talking on a bus because I was playing up, right, and he just do you have ADHD? So I'm like, yeah. He's just oh, I've got that. So we started talking about ADHD and how it's affected us. So we've actually got a decent relationship.
Got food bestie, yeah.
Yeah, when I go into the shop, usually an order would take about 5 minutes to do. Takes about 20 minutes because we're just talking.
This is a really random question, but any of you, when you go to a Chinese takeaway, get the least Chinese meal possible?
I don't like Chinese.
I don't like Chinese takeaway.
I go to Chinese takeaway and I get chicken, a full half a chicken with roast potatoes and peas and carrots and that. It's the most least Chinese food.
So you
ever.
Get a roast dinner from Chinese takeaway.
Yes.
I usually just get egg fried rice and 6 chicken balls.
The whole family find me weird because of it. Because they get proper Chinese meals and everything, and I'm just there with such the most English meal ever.
I don't like Chinese takeaways, so I can't be.
I love them.
Every time we go to order Chinese, I'd turn around and go, can I rather have a cheeseburger and chips, please? Or I'd turn around and go, can you just get me some sweet and sour chicken ball?
Even like
I
when
don't
my
like
parents
Chinese.
go to like Domino's, because Domino's doesn't do any nice garlic bread or anything.
I get Domino's every year for my birthday.
That is a very sad birthday, to be completely honest.
It's not
Ethan.
because I end up having a pizza to myself because no one else likes the pizza that I get because it's very boring and plain.
What pizza is it?
Yeah, it's a meat feast, but I put a bunch of chip spice on it because no one likes chip spice on pizza, and then I drown it in ketchup and then just eat it.
I get told off for putting chip spice on garlic bread.
You two need
Chip spice on garlic bread is brilliant though.
Chip spice is gorgeous. Chip spice, garlic salt, and anything else.
Garlic salt.
Garlic salt.
Do you or your family have any traditional foods such as Sunday dinners? Because like in my house, every like other week we would have one. But the thing is, it's not just humans that have them. I have 2 dogs, so they have their own like bowl of it. So like
That sounds fun.
It is, because they will just go and eat it, and like after that they just get so hyper, and then you have to like take them for a walk around a local block just to calm down because of that hyper.
Well, like from my family, we do every single week have a Sunday roast, but the tradition isn't like the Sunday roast. It's like the way we make the Sunday roast. I have recently like taken over the Sunday roast because I make a superior roast. No one can stop me. I'm great at cooking a roast, and that's because I actually make the roast potatoes myself. Because my parents will buy just frozen ones, and I also make the Yorkshire puddings myself. Because again, the Yorkshire puddings made by yourself superior. So yeah, like if I eat a roast dinner, it's because I've made it. No one else can make it. Or my nana's made it. They're the only 2 people I will trust to make a roast dinner. Me and my nana. That is it. No one else can make it because they'll just get frozen roast potatoes, and I'll want to die. My nana was the one who taught me to make a roast dinner, so I was always like over at her house making, like I've got her Yorkshire pudding recipe and everything. She don't give it to anyone. Got it.
That's like in my family. If my mum's doing it, somebody has to help her, usually me, and then I make like homemade bread and things for it. And then if it's my dad making it, nobody's allowed to help her.
No one's in the kitchen.
Nobody's in the kitchen.
It.
They'll close the curtain in the middle, and no one's allowed past the curtain until it's made. That's exactly how it goes when my dad makes it.
That's what I'm like though, to be completely honest.
We don't have Sunday dinners very much.
Do you have anything
Sadly.
else?
Neither do I. I've not had one.
My dad makes something called floddies. And it's made of bacon, eggs and cheese.
I don't like any of them components.
And it's a good recipe that my dad made. You just basically throw them all in a pan and make this splotch. It's not a splotch, but it's like it's something.
Is it an omelette?
Kind of.
Is it like a fat omelette?
It's like
It's a bacon omelette.
It's about that big.
Oh,
Made
so
of
a
egg,
mini
bacon
omelette.
and cheese.
So it's a mini
That actually
omelette.
sounds kinda
That is
nice.
But
cool.
it's not an omelette though.
But it's
Because
got
you
all
don't
the
fold it.
Who folds an omelette? I don't know.
Everyone,
I
you're
don't.
meant to fold omelettes.
Mine just
No,
ain't
you're
looking
meant
at
to flip them to cook them properly like a pancake.
Yeah, mine just ain't looking at pancakes.
Pancakes
Talking
are
about
disgusting.
pancakes, my dad used to be a pancake chef, so I'll be jealous of the pancakes that I get on
I
pancake
don't like
day.
pancakes.
No,
I've lost all faith in you two. How do you
Suffer.
not like pancakes?
I like pancakes.
How do you not like cheese?
Because cheese is dirty milk.
Actually, yeah, it's just molded milk, basically.
It's nice though.
I know, like, one of my mates, she made pancakes once, and it was on a school project, because we had, like, food tech in my old school, and as she flipped it, it flipped and hit the ceiling, but with the wet side that was, like, not properly cooked, so it stuck there, and it's still there to this day.
I've never seen a pancake fail, because as I said, my father was a professional. So, subtle brag. But yeah, so I've never seen him fail at cooking a pancake, except from like the first pancake never actually worked. So they like to call it the Courtney pancake, saying it was like the failure one out of them. It's like, oh, the first one's always bad, and I'm like, I appreciate that. What is your hair doing right now, Ethan? Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Just let's continue.
Anyone else just get, like, pre-made pancakes?
I've got
That
a
is
story.
blasphemy.
No, but you put them in-
blasphemy.
You put them in the microwave, and they have chocolate in the middle, so when the walnut chocolate melts,
Yes.
into
I
it,
have a
Yes.
funny story.
Yes.
for pancakes.
Aldi's own.
Blasphemy.
Yes!
I have a funny story for pancakes.
Go for it.
Let's say with you, when I was in school, we used to do food tech, and we did have to make pancakes on that day. And funny story is, somehow my pancake exploded.
It's 3 ingredients.
How do you explode
None
a
of them are
pancake?
explosive. Did you put it on too high a heat? You're meant to cook pancakes on a low heat.
I put it on the highest heat,
I've
and
had
the
that
teacher
though.
would walk if I was with my friend and me and him was just messing about.
Did you just pour it on the oil and it went?
It blew up. Some of it went in my teacher's face. Some of it went all over me. And I feel sorry for my friend because he got the majority of it.
How do you mess up a pancake that badly?
Very easily. I
don't
keep
like
burning
pancakes, I did
pancakes.
try.
It's thing in the world.
The thing is, with my brother, he's really, really weird. He has weird food combinations. He likes vinegar in his pancakes.
Ew.
And he forgot he had baking powder in. He put vinegar in.
Oh no. That is a bad
First
reaction
of all,
waiting to
guys,
happen.
hear me out here. Who's putting baking powder in pancakes?
Don't worry about it.
No, it's
Don't
to
worry
make,
about
it's
it.
to make American pancakes so they're more fluffy.
It's your mum.
American style pancakes are wrong.
Yeah, but like they're a lot fatter. So my brother likes
Oh
making
yeah,
them
like the real
ones.
thick ones like that.
Just use
So-
self-raising flour.
You can tell
Yeah,
it's
but he
American
doesn't like
when
self-raising
they're
flour, so he
twice
puts
as
baking
thick.
powder in, and then he puts baking soda in as well, and then he put vinegar in, and it exploded all over the kitchen. We just had the kitchen done.
Oh
And it
no.
was freshly painted and everything, and some of the paint was still wet. He ended up with green pancake.
You just remind me of something that happened. It's only a really, 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 really short story. I was making cheese on toast and I was burnt the house down.
Anyway, if you had to choose one place to eat out from, and it's the only place you can ever eat out from when you get a takeaway or to go to a restaurant, where would it be?
Huh?
Does that not make sense to you?
I didn't hear your question properly.
The best place to if I had to choose the last place I'd ever have something to eat. I've already brought this up before, but any carvery, Toby carveries are nice, but
Yes.
I can't remember which one it is, but it's up near the bridge. Don't know what it's called. It's gonna stress me out. But it's a carvery up
It's
there.
a carvery, just a carvery.
It probably sounds real strange, but
It's the best one.
I'm gonna say wings because you can get like all style of food.
Wingfield Farm. There we go. Thank
You
you.
can get like all
Called Wingfield
style
Farm.
of food, and like you don't have to just stick to one type, and it could either be a restaurant or a takeaway because you can now get it delivered.
I think I'll agree
Since
with you on that one.
COVID.
The best thing I've had from there's a Coca-Cola chicken. But it's not actually made with Coca-Cola.
Wait, what?
Coca-Cola
It's called
chicken.
Coca-Cola chicken.
You marinate it in Coke. Cola.
But it's got
Just
a
do
weird
it
taste
yourself.
and it's nice.
Make it yourself.
I might try making that. That sounds really cool, actually. I love cooking.
It is nice.
Oh
if you
yeah,
do it
just to
right.
warn you, if you do cook chicken in Coke, it will go very sticky.
Well, funnily
Because
enough,
Coke
it's
is a lot
sugar.
Yes, I know that. But the thing
Depends what Coke you
is,
use.
my brother used to do Coke eggs. So you boil eggs in Coke, and it's hen, and it makes the shell a lot easier to break off, and it actually tastes like a normal egg. But be careful, because if you leave it for too long, your eggs stick to the sugar stuck in the bottom, and they're very hard to get out.
Right, last place where I would probably go, probably my local takeaway because I can just walk there.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, chips spice.
decent food.
Chip spice.
I know a person there who I don't even need to ask. I almost had an entire tub poured on it once. Do you know the real big tubs about like that?
I want to
pour it
steal the
into?
You
tubs
didn't.
from
Half
Yankee
of
Land.
that straight into
You
it.
didn't.
He put half of it on my pizza and a quarter of it on my chips.
I respect
It is
that.
nice,
I fully
but
respect
bloody hell.
that.
So I really enjoyed learning about all your guys' foods and favourite things, but sadly we'll have to wrap up the podcast. I've been Sasha.
I've been Courtney.
I've been Jordan.
And I've been Ethan.
And we'll see you in the next podcast.